Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Purnima S. Bhatt. I am studying in engineering first sem with a data science stream. My section is Ferrari. Today's my course is Introduction to Python Programming. In that my topic is program on calculating the standard deviation. We will move on to the first slide, that is program on calculation of the standard deviation. In that introduction to program on the calculation of standard deviation, this program is designed to calculate the standard deviation of a given set of numbers. Standard deviation is a statistical measure that quantifies the amount of variation or the dispersion in the data set. By calculating the standard deviation, we can better understand the spread of the data types. Getting started with the program. To start the program, open the software or IDE where you will writing the code. Begin by importing any necessary libraries or the modules for mathematical calculations. Create a function or method that will handle the calculation of the standard deviation. We will move on to the next slide. That is collecting the input from the user. Prompt the user to enter the dataset for which they want to calculate the standard deviation. Ensure that the user provides the data in the required format such as comma, separated values or a list. Store a inputted data in a variable for the further processing. We will move on to the next slide, that is calculating the mean. How to calculate the mean in the programming? Before calculating the standard deviation, we need to find the mean of the data set. Use a formula or built-in function to calculate the mean of the data set. Store the mean value in a separate variable for the future use. We will move on to next slide, that is calculating the variance. How to calculate the variance in the programming? The next step is to calculate the variance of the data set. Variance measures the average squared deviation of each data point from the mean. Use a formula or built-in function to calculate the variance and store it in a separate variable. And then calculating the standard deviation. How to calculating the standard deviation in the programming? Finally, we can calculate the standard deviation using the variance value obtained in the previous step. Standard deviation is the square root of the variance. Apply the appropriate formula or utilize a built-in function to calculate the standard deviation. We will move on to next slide, that is example program for calculation of the mean, variance and the standard deviation. This is the input of the program, and then displaying the result. This is the output of the previous program, which is the example for the mean, variance and the standard deviation calculation. After calculating the standard deviation, it's important to display the result to the user. Format the result to a suitable number of decimal places for the better readability. Print or display the standard deviation value on the screen. And then error handling. What is error handling? Implement the error handling techniques to handle any potential issues that may arise during the program execution. Check for input errors such as invalid characters or the missing data. Display meaningful errors messages to guide the user in the collecting their input. And then testing and debugging. Test the program with the different data sets to ensure the accurate and the reliable results. Debug any errors or the issues that may arise during the testing phase. Make necessary adjustments to the code for the improved functionalities. And then finally conclusion and the further enhancements. In the conclusion, this program provides a simple and efficient way to calculate the standard deviation of a data set. Consider the further enhancements such as adding graphical visualization of the data set or creating a user-friendly interface. With this program, user can easily analyze the spread of their data and make informed decisions based on the standard deviation values. Thank you. Please like my videos and share my videos, and please watch my videos.